Did you know a major lead source for investors is from doing something you actually do every single day? There are many potential deals out there, but how do you find them? Especially the deals that are not listed on the MLS or have big for sale signs in their yard. I am Ashley Kerr, host of the BiggerPockets Real Estate Rookie Podcast. Today, I want to talk to you guys about driving for dollars. This can be a huge lead source for finding your first, second, or even your 20th deal. Before we hit the gas, make sure you have subscribed to the channel. We are putting out new content weekly that is specific for rookie investors. Comment below if you are already doing this strategy and are here to learn some extra tips. First off, let's talk about what is driving for dollars. Are you driving around looking for money on the ground? Driving for dollars is basically just keeping your eyes peeled for properties as you are riding around in a car. This method works great when you are looking for distressed or abandoned properties that you can rehab. They're usually easy to spot from the street. Every day you must pass property on your route to work, the store, or school. If not, you can take a Sunday drive. To make driving for dollars effective and not a waste of time, let's go through setting yourself up for a seamless process so that it's not a waste of time. Before you even get into the car, know your market. Where are you actually going to drive around? Obviously, driving for dollars isn't a great deal source if you are out of state investing, unless of course you are going there for a visit. First, define the streets and neighborhoods you want to invest in. If you aren't traveling this way for another reason, you will want to map out a route. You can use apps such as Google Maps to assist you. Before we get too into it though, I want to make sure you know what to look for when picking a market. These are the 16 items you should analyze when completing a market analysis. What job industries are in place? What is the population growth rate? What is the average home value? The average rent in the area? The price to rent ratio? The tax assessment percentage? Is there anything unique about the utilities, such as it only has propane or no city water? Is seasonal maintenance required, for example, snow plowing? Do you need specialty insurance like flood insurance? What's the average income, age, and education level of renters? What's the percentage of homeowners in the area versus the percentage of renters? What are the crime statistics? What's the school district rating? What's the average age of properties? Will you need to save a lot for capital expenses? What's the average vacancy rate for other landlords? And lastly, are there multiple exit strategies? Could you possibly flip the property if you can't rent it? Use those items to help you analyze a market, or more specifically, a zip code or a neighborhood. Once you get into certain areas, mostly in cities, you will see that one end of a street can be flourishing and the other end can be full of crime. If you're driving for dollars, you can get a great visual of what areas are A, B, C, or D class that will help you confirm your analysis of the market. When you are actually out driving, or even better, riding in the car, you will want to be able to record the addresses of the properties. One of my favorite ways to do this is to use apps. You can use your mapping app to drop a pin at the location, then review the properties when you get home. Another app is Deal Check. If you are more of a pull over and analyze right there kind of guy or gal, this app will automatically pull information from Zillow on the property. You can possibly see recent sales history, any photos from when it was last for sale, property tax estimates, and a few other things. If you are looking for distressed or vacant properties, they can sometimes be easily to spot, but not always the case. Let's go over some key indicators you should look for when driving around. Think about when you are actually going to go out driving. A good day to pick is trash day. Which houses don't have any trash out? That could be a sign that it's vacant. 2, look for unkept yards, tall grasses, overgrown landscaping. Look for deferred maintenance. Is the paint chipping? Are the gutters falling off? These signs don't necessarily say the house is vacant, but that the property owners may have a hardship that the property owners can't take care of the property. Also, look for any papers taped to the windows. This could be a notice from code enforcement stating some violations that need to be taken care of. The notice could also be a maintenance company's information that is caring for the property while it is owned by a bank, meaning it has been foreclosed on and the bank hasn't sold it yet. Look for mail piled up or newspapers and telephone books littered around the yard. Lastly, if you are looking for multifamily, look for separate utility meters on the house. This is actually a great thing to train your kids on. Have them look for gas and electric meters and just shout it out if there's more than one when you're driving around. Before we go into what you need to do with those addresses, Can you let me know if you're getting value from this video and hit the like button? I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay, so you have a list of addresses. What do you do with them? This is where you create a process. Create a checklist or a process that works for your real estate business. For example, if you are looking for properties with high equity, you'll want to look to see if a property has been owned for quite some time or if it was bought with cash. Let's go through a list of resources you can use to find information on a property that could be valuable to you. First, you could go to your local assessor's office, but you can find a lot of information on the county website. Most counties have a GIS mapping system. This will map out parcels to show approximate lot lines, current and previous owners, property taxes, and owners' mailing addresses. Google will be your friend. Search GIS mapping and your county. You can also do a search for the tax bills. The tax bills will have the owner's name and mailing address. The town, county, village, and school taxes, if applicable, can usually be found online with a simple search. You can also use apps like LandGlide or Onyx Hunt to locate some of this information. Onyx Hunt is actually a hunting app my dad showed me. You can drop pins too if you are driving to save an address. If you are a hunter, this app can serve a dual purpose. Another great software is PropStream. This is a paid-for application where you can get a lot of information on a property. It was built for real estate investors. All of the apps, the websites, and software that I mentioned above, I actually personally have used all of them. Once you have located a mailing address and an owner's name, it is now time to contact the owner. My preferred method is direct mail, but you always have the option of door knocking or cold calling. With direct mail, you just write a letter or a postcard to the owner of the property stating you want to purchase the property. There is no right or wrong way to write the letter or postcard. It's really going to depend on the seller. I've received letters that are typed out and some even handwritten. One even included a picture of the couple who wanted to purchase the property. You can write or print your own letters or using printing company. I recommend ballpoint marketing if you prefer not to handwrite or print your own letters. When sending your letter, don't forget to include contact information for them to respond to you. You can set up a Google Voice number for free and have it connected to your cell phone. There will be people out there who don't like you contacting them, and you will prefer they don't have your personal cell phone number. When you send your first letter, don't let it be your last. Follow up at least every 6 months with another letter. You can track your leads using Excel or a CRM. In some cases, your letters might be mailed back to you. The Postal Service may have marked it return to sender, meaning that person is no longer at the address you found. You still have a couple options. You can return to the property and leave a note at the property on the door or garage. Another thing I have done is talk to the neighbors. If they're willing to talk to you, they can provide a lot of information on the owners and the property condition. You might also hear the neighborhood gossip. Before you start mapping out routes and skipping your kids' baseball games to drive for dollars, let's talk about outsourcing this task. This is a task that can easily offer a bird dog to your friends or family. Hey mom, when you are out driving, if you see a house that looks like it needs work and is run down, can you send me that address, please? You can also tell people who are on the road a lot in those areas to keep an eye out for you. My one business partner has a landscaping contract with a large natural gas company in our area, and he is constantly sending me houses he sees that look vacant, distressed, or have red tags on the meters that the gas was shut off. Let me know if you guys have found a deal from driving for dollars in the comments below. Make sure to also keep an eye out for those for sale by owner signs too. Not everyone lists their property for sale on the internet. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. New releases every week with videos catered to rookie investors. If you are working from home when you work on your real estate business, make sure to check out my video with work from home tips. Thank you guys for watching and keep going after those deals.